Welcome to Beyond Enlightenment's Top 10 Scariest Movies of All Time. Number 10. The Ring. Released in 2002, The Ring is an American remake of the 1998 Japanese horror film Ring. It is about a journalist investigating a mysterious videotape which seems to cause the death of anyone 1 week to the day after they view it. After watching this videotape, the victim's phone will ring with a call from an unknown caller who simply whispers, 7 days. The star of the show is really the creepy black-haired girl who literally crawls out of the TV. Number 9. A Nightmare on Elm Street. In 1984, we were all introduced to Freddy Krueger and his bladed glove. The ghost of an insane child murderer who is burned to death, Krueger seeks revenge on the children of those responsible for his death. Haunting them in their dreams, when Freddy kills you there, you die in real life. A sequel followed, and then a remake in 2010, and to this day, Freddy Krueger remains a household name, especially at Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, number 8. One of the most influential horror films, Halloween, was responsible for the popularization of slasher films. Directed by John Carpenter, the film is about the psychotic Michael Myers, who murdered his sister when he was 6. Many years later, he escapes the sanatorium and on Halloween night returns to his hometown and begins to stalk and terrorize a young babysitter played by Jamie Lee Curtis in what was her film debut. With 11 sequels and remakes, and a 12th coming in 2022, Halloween has had a massive impact on the horror genre. Number 7. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Inspired by a true story, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is about a group of friends on a way to a concert. After picking up a hitchhiker, who then shoots herself in the head, things go from bad to worse when they stop for help at a random house. Due to its graphic violence, the film was banned in several countries, but despite this, the film is highly profitable in the box office, ultimately spawning sequels, prequels and a remake. Number 6. The Grudge. A remake of the Japanese film Ju-on the Grudge, this movie stars Sarah Michelle Gellar as Karen, an American nurse living in Tokyo who encounters a vengeful supernatural spirit. A series of horrifying deaths begin to occur, and with each death the spirit passes its curse on to the next victim. All this makes for a truly great modern psychological horror movie. Number 5. The Blair Witch Project. Released in 1999, The Blair Witch Project is a film about 3 student filmmakers who disappear while filming a documentary in a forest about a local legend known as the Blair Witch. Using the found footage technique, the shaky realism of the film coupled with the fact that you never see the monster all help make this film really scary. Shot for a budget of only $35,000, it nearly grossed $250 million worldwide, making it one of the most successful independent films of all time, as well as one of the most profitable. Number 4. Insidious. A classic haunted house story, Insidious is about a young family, the Lamberts, who move into a new home. Not long after this, their eldest son Dalton falls into a mysterious coma, and this marks the start of a series of unrelenting supernatural events. With plenty of jump scares throughout, this is a film that just doesn't let up. Number 3. The Conjuring. Set in 1971 and supposedly based on a true story, The Conjuring is about 2 paranormal investigators who are summoned to the home of the Perrons. After moving into the secluded farmhouse, the Perrons and their 5 daughters begin to witness paranormal events. Although these manifestations are relatively harmless at first, events take a turn for the worse, especially after the house's disturbing history is uncovered. Combining the haunted house and the exorcism subgenres, The Conjuring really delivers as a true horror movie. Number 2. The Shining. Directed by Stanley Kubrick and based on the novel by Stephen King, The Shining is about an author, Jack Torrance, who takes an off-season caretaker's job at a large isolated hotel along with his wife Wendy and son Danny. Slowly over time, in the cold, snow-swept isolation, Jack starts to lose his mind, ultimately to the point where he tries to murder his family. With fantastic performances from Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall, The Shining is truly one of the greatest psychological horror movies of all time. And finally, number 1. The Exorcist. The scariest and one of the most famous movies of all time. The Exorcist is about 12-year-old Regan, who becomes possessed after playing with an Ouija board. Her mother, unable to find help, turns to two priests to help save her. The priests perform an exorcism, during which the spirit reveals himself to be the devil. With freaky levitations, head twisting, and some truly terrifying moments, The Exorcist is the true king of horror movies. Being banned in several countries didn't stop it becoming a massive success, becoming one of the highest grossing horror movies of all time. And it wasn't just financially successful, it also became the first horror film to be nominated for the Best Picture Academy Award, one of 10 Academy Awards it was nominated for, of which it won 2, Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Sound. And that's it, our top 10 scariest movies of all time. Do you agree or disagree with our choices? Please let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.